There's herbs that only the Russian scientists figured out during the 1990 Olympics, and they put millions of dollars into studying the top herbs that can actually help their athletes heal from stress, recover better, that they didn't want anybody else to know about. And so they ran over 200 different experiments to beat out all the other countries so that their athletes could be at their top. And so there's a book written on this called The Yoga of Herbs, and it talks about adaptogens. And I'm going to show you those today. I'm going to show you how to relax after a workout and how to recover after a workout. And I'm going to show you all the different herbs that you can use that are powerful to stimulate your hormones, to regulate your nervous system, and they're as easy as just taking a capsule. And when you incorporate this into your life every day, what it's going to do for you is what it did for me. You're going to sleep better. You're going to have way more energy. You're going to lose weight because your hormones are back on track. And everything is just going to feel like it's working because you're cleansing and you're empowering. And it's very, very easy to actually see what works. And so let's get cracking. Let's get into it. All right, I'm going to show you all my favorite herbs, especially after a workout, how to heal from burnout, and that make you feel amazing, that you have amazing energy. It's gonna help you feel at your best. I just chew these things. So this is what's really gonna help fix your nervous system and your hormones so that you feel like you have that youthful energy again. And so that your digestion resets and that you beat burnout. We're always asking that question, how do you get back that vitality? And so I'm gonna show you the magic of herbs. It's delicious. Even just chewing it. I got this from Walmart. Even Walmart herbs like maca. It's great. If you haven't tried maca and all these herbs I'm about to show you are so amazing because they help regulate your hormones. And most people don't understand the power of hormones. So hormones, they're pretty much like superheroes in your body. And so the whole thing with hormones is that you can be doing all the things right in terms of calories and macronutrients and steps. If your hormones are wrong, then it doesn't matter. You're gonna feel worn down. Same thing with your sleep. So I had a lot of sleep issues in my life. And for so long, I would just wake up so many times during the night. I hated it so much because I would always wake up, and if you're even just a little bit tired, it makes the day like 50% harder. Sometimes like 2 times harder, just from being a little bit tired. And so I didn't know what was going on. And I didn't really know what to do about it. I tried a lot of little tips, but until I understood the power of the hormonal system, the melatonin, how to influence the cortisol and the melatonin systems, then you can't really force going to sleep. It's kind of like good luck. Like, how are you going to force going to sleep? So I had to understand how to influence my hormones and my melatonin production. And this is something that definitely helped. You know, everybody talks about the number one thing is definitely your light exposure. So you take care of that because that's melatonin. But then you have to think about stress and cortisol. So how do you wind down? That's where adaptogens come in. All these herbs that I'm about to show you. The adaptogens are amazing because they've been scientifically proven by the Soviets in the late 1900s during the Olympics. They ran dozens, I'm talking about hundreds of scientific experiments looking at the effects of these over 200 different adaptogenic herbs to see if it could reduce the stress on their Olympic athletes. So, you know, they want their athletes to win because that means, you know, economic gain for their whole entire nation. So there's huge incentive for them to actually understand what herbs helped with immunity, injury, inflammation, testosterone. And so they studied all of these and they published them all. And there's actually an excellent book called The Yoga of Herbs. And it talks about all of them that they studied scientifically. The Yoga of Herbs. And so maca was one of them. And it tells you which of them has the most scientific evidence to regulate your hormones and your nervous system. So that's their technical definition of an adaptogen, is something that regulates the nervous system and the hormonal system back to where it should be. So if it's too low, it brings it back to where it should be. If it's too high, it brings it back to where it should be. So that's the amazing intelligence of an adaptogen. And so that's where I got very interested in understanding adaptogens. And as I incorporated the adaptogens into my daily routine, I found that it helped with my sleep. It's amazing. So my favorite sleep tonic, I'll show you guys. It's ashwagandha plus magnesium. You know, that's really, really scientifically studied out. So you got your ashwagandha, decreases stress and cortisol. Magnesium, I take magnesium glycinate. This is like 14 bucks on Amazon, lasts me like 3 months. Magnesium glycinate. Andrew Huberman says glycinate, really, really good for sleep, great for the digestion. And then I put holy basil. See, this is the medicine cabinet. This is my favorite thing, having medicine cabinet, knowing your herbs. This is the real pharmacy. It's your medicine cabinet. It's your herb cabinet. So holy basil, decrease, these are all adaptogens. Ashwagandha, adaptogen. Holy basil, adaptogen. Decreases the cortisol, brings a healthy balance of your hormones in your nervous system by nourishing the organs. This is nervous system balance. And valerian root. This is what I use for sleep. All right. So I'm going to show you what I use for after a workout, but that's my sleep tonic. All of these are amazing. This is like, did you know that they actually take, to make a drug, they actually take the compounds of herbs and they isolate it and they concentrate it. So actually the herbs are the OGs of modern medicine. But everybody knows that it's better to get the cocktail with it than just the isolation. It's kind of like you get the complete person, or you can just get a few words of a person. No, you want the whole person. You take a few words, it's out of context. You can misinterpret, you can misunderstand. That's what your body does. If you take one particular bioflavonoid or very, very specific chemical out of the entire matrix, your body misunderstands it. You need everything in context. And that's what happens when you take herbs whole. You know, that's why drugs, you know, why not just take the whole thing? For example, they want to extract curcumin from turmeric, but just take the whole turmeric. This is how nature is presenting it to you. This has everything to help it digest properly. They call it bioavailability. When you have everything in context, it helps it go down better. Kind of like if you're at a family dinner, you know, it's not going to be the same if you just have family dinner with one person versus if you have it with all your family, the whole family dinner. It makes everything go down better. So I'll show you what I do for after a workout, so that will help you sleep. You know, now I sleep through the night. I don't wake up once. It's a dream come true. It's good stuff. So after a workout, what's going to make you feel strong? What's going to help you recover? It's going to keep your energy levels up and make your body recover properly. Maca, great for strength, endurance, and brain power. So I really love maca. Good for your libido. Good for giving you that oomph, right? So I kind of like feel like it's a Johnny Bravo type hormone. That's not hormone, herb. You know what I mean when I say Johnny Bravo, right? So then you got your ginseng. You know, this is a mix of 3 different ginsengs: Korean, red Chinese, and American ginseng. So ginseng is known for so long. I'll take 2 pills of this. It's almost 1 serving. You know, you don't need a lot of ginseng. And you don't have to be super duper specific on the dosages, guys. Usually it's like half a teaspoon for all these herbs. That's a rule of thumb. This is not medical advice, but for many of these herbs, you take half a teaspoon, that's generally the dose. But experiment on your own so that you know. Your body will need different doses at different times. Doesn't make sense that everybody would take the same amount. What if you're 250 pounds bodybuilder versus a 100-pound Pilates teacher? Not everyone's gonna take the same amount. So you have to know the effect on your body and experiment. And you have to understand, not just do a cookie cutter. That doesn't make any sense, right? So you got your ginseng, you got your maca, and any one of these things will completely change how you feel. You know, we're talking about burnout too, and healing burnout. These help regulate your stress levels in your nervous system and your immunity. So it starts healing your entire system. You heal your nervous system and your hormones, everything starts to regulate. This will help you so much. And you're doing it every single day. It's like you're taking medicine every single day. Next thing I'm going to show you is a tincture that has a combination of many different adaptogens. So shilajit is what they call the pitch of strength. So in Indian medicine, in yoga, they actually attribute this to the enormous strength of gorillas, because in the Himalayas, they actually had these strangely, supernaturally strong gorillas, and they were living up in the Himalayas. And so they would watch them, and they'd eat this resin that came from the plants and the volcanic ashes, and it had minerals. And these gorillas, these apes, they would eat this pitch, and they started experimenting with eating the pitch too. And they found that all the minerals that were crystallized and concentrated in this pitch gives tremendous vitality. And so all the plants that grew on it were flourishing. All the animals that were eating it were looking very, very strong. And so they thought, we should eat it. They went and they ate it, and they got strong too. And so they realized the minerals and all the vitamins that are in this pitch is the concentration of many, many, many years of the breakdown of plant species into the minerals that naturally come from the mountains, you know, the rivers, the volcanoes. And so shilajit is a legendary, it's also an adaptogen. It actually boosts testosterone, just like ashwagandha, just like ginseng. Maca probably doesn't boost testosterone, but this maca is definitely known for giving you vigor and giving you libido. Same with ashwagandha and ginseng. This is testosterone. This is multi-mineral. This is energy. This is sleep. This is immunity. All of these are all of those things. But this, you know, this is like 12 bucks on Amazon, lasts me like a month. And it has everything. Vitamin C, E, B6, B12, zinc, chromium, shilajit, ginseng, wolfberry, amla, turmeric, ashwagandha, rhodiola, sea moss, astragalus. All right, so the most powerful in there are ashwagandha, rhodiola, sea moss, ginseng, and shilajit. Okay, so rhodiola is also a very well studied and proven. All of these are on like the S tier, very well proven, very well studied. Maca, a little bit less research studies, but very well documented. Take a dropper of that. Sweet. I love it. It's such a nice hobby. This is this is a tea ceremony for me. Every single time I take the tea, you know, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that these teas exist, that these herbs exist, because this is like the medicine. Imagine needing medicine, but you don't have the medicine. Well, this is the medicine, and it exists, and nature gives it to you, and it helps you be strong. And so these are the real superfoods that not many people talk about, but these are in the ancient texts. These are in the ancient Indian medicine tomes that have been around for thousands of years, and they've endured on because they work. So if you have the powder version, put it in some hot water. Put some cinnamon. For for a little bit of fun, you know, you can put some ginger. I put some guduchi in here for strengthening my digestion. Guduchi is great for immunity too. I'll show you guduchi. You having GI issues? You need the nectar of immortality. Guduchi. It's a brown powder. It's kind of like cinnamon. It gives it like a very earthy, wood-like taste. It's not intense and it's not astringent. It's not bitter. It's actually really amazing. And you know, I'll show you one more bonus. So, you know, don't underestimate any of these. You can study any of these for a week and you'll be blown away by all the research, all the benefit. These are the closest things that you're gonna have to like steroids and biohacking. So this has been in Chinese medicine for thousands of years. Pine pollen powder. This actually has testosterone in it. You heard me right. It literally has testosterone in it. It has phytoandrogens. This is the plant version of testosterone. So it literally has huge amounts of phytoandrogens, more than almost anything we've ever studied. And so this increases energy because testosterone goes through the roof. And it also has so many minerals, so many vitamins in it. So this is nourishing you beyond just, you're literally eating testosterone from the plants. You're eating the plant form of testosterone. And you're nourishing yourself with minerals, which are very deficient nowadays. You know, the soil is bad. And you're getting your vitamins. So this boosts your libido even more than maca. This is like Viagra. Take my word for it. You take half a tablespoon. This is Viagra, my friends. This is vitality. This is vigor. This is the true Johnny Bravo herb. You want to have testosterone? You want to have libido? You want to have energy? Pine pollen powder, ashwagandha, ginseng, maca, shilajit. All these guys are gonna boost you through the roof. Telling you. And they're good for you. They nourish your entire body. They're adaptogens. Pine pollen is not an adaptogen. It's the only one, but it boosts testosterone. All the rest that I showed you today are adaptogens. So this is what I like. You could do this before a workout. You could do this after a workout. A lot of the times I experiment. I actually really like taking it before, and then after, you know, you can relax down with more of the holy basil, some of the things that I showed you for sleep. So, you know, it's always good to go into a rest and digest mode after a workout. So you could take that sleep tonic right after a workout, take a little nap, or just go into a nice chill day. You know, I have a lot that I want to get done today, so I'm boosting up right now. You see, it's nice and smooth. I mixed in cinnamon, guduchi, and pine pollen powder. And it's just smooth. It's an interesting little taste. It kind of tastes like bee pollen. It's nice. You feel like this little boost in your whole body. It's kind of like very clean energy. So I'll drink a lot of water. Hour later, I'll have lunch, and then the rest of the day today, we're gonna be upgrading the camera. So we're gonna have better video, better audio, and we're getting a lot of good stuff coming your way. So just wanted to show you guys that, because you need every single little tool that you can have when you're dealing with stress, burnout, weight gain, energy issues, digestive issues, immunity, and maybe you're getting sick a lot, maybe you're having sleep issues. So use all of these things, and you know, I'm gonna keep on talking about all these different herbs and how you can use them for so many different things in your life to boost your own energy, so that you can actually feel like you have the weapons and the tools that you need to detox, to fight those supervillains that are in your system. See, these are like superheroes that go into your body. They clean everything out. So we're going to be talking more about probiotics after you detox. How to boost your hormones with these different herbs. How to help your digestion with these herbs. Like what to cook with. You know, there's a whole world of herbs. And herbs are pretty much like steroids for your life. You get the right herbs and the right knowledge, and everything just feels like it's oil for your car. You're just like, you just like start running at a different rate just because you're aiding your body with the right nutrients, the right detox. You get the wrong things out of your body, and you get the right things in. Get those hormones working on full drive. It's like you get a turbo booster on your car. So, you know, I'll make different videos. Let me know what herbs you want to learn about and for what. You want more herbs for sleep? You want more herbs for digestion? You want more herbs for stress? You want more herbs for building muscle? You want more herbs for libido? You want more herbs for clearing your skin and beauty and aesthetics? Let me know, because I've been studying herbs for over 10 years now. It's one of the beautiful things about Chinese medicine and Indian medicine. I've been in love with this. So there's herbs for really anything. And I actually teach a lot about herbs in my 7-day free cleanse that you can get below. So I always start everybody out on a cleanse. You know, it's the easiest thing that you can do for your hormones, your nervous system, your organ health, is just do a simple cleanse. I just show you the different herbs that you eat to start cleaning out your system completely. There's herbs and there's oils. All you gotta do is know what herbs and oils to eat, and it's as easy as that. You just take them and you'll see disgusting stuff coming out of your system. People pooping out after 7 days, just nasty stuff. And that just means you're clearing out all this gunk from your organs, from your arteries, from your stomach, from your small and large intestine. It's just all getting cleansed out, and then your body works better. It's kind of like taking all the rust out of a machine. It's kind of like breaking down a wall that's preventing people from getting onto a train. That's what your nutrients are trying to do. They're trying to get into your blood and transfer to your body, but there's a wall of toxic sludge blocking them. So you gotta break it down. Some people are holding 5 to 20 pounds of toxic sludge in their body just from all the toxins accumulating and just from having bad digestion. Food is just sitting there. People are constipated. It concretizes, it hardens, it ferments. People are eating too much meat. Bacteria cements it. It's hard. You'll see. You do some of these cleanses. You do purgation with castor oil after you detox. It's on day 7 of the detox. You're gonna see, boom, nasty stuff will come out, and you're gonna feel elevated. You get mental health benefits, spiritual benefits, insights, inspiration. You have more fun in life. It's like you de-age like 5 years when you cleanse your system, because that's really what's happening as you go through life. Your cells are breaking down, and you're just becoming a less efficient machine. So you gotta take it to the mechanic and clean it up, and then everything starts working better. Okay, so that's the first step, is get on that detox program, the 7-day cleanse. After that, it'll tell you what to do. You can do a little bit of fasting, and then you can do a full cleanse if you want. But there's step by step. You take this one step at a time. You start changing your life. You start learning a little bit at a time. Believe me, there's so much fun stuff to learn, and you're gonna feel like a blessed person just from learning this stuff. So get that below, and enjoy the teas. Let me know what tea you like the best and what herbs you want to know about and for what reason. Cheers. Love you guys. I will see you in the next episode. Let me know how I can serve. And if this has helped you, like and subscribe so that we can spread this message, so that we could heal each other, heal ourselves, and spread this healing message into the world, because we are the healing Jedis. This is our time. This is our movement. It's not time for burnout. No more of that. It's time for healing, and it's time for change, and we are the change. Amen. I'll see you in the next video.